Oh, good morning from the creation station. I'm actually dressed like this because I was actually on the road about to start the day, and I was just like, I felt like today was a good day to bring you guys with me. Okay, so today is kind of a busy day. I felt like I'd take you guys with me, but first of all, let me explain something. Can you see these people right here? Can you see that? I'm not sure exactly what that's called, but on Wednesday here in Bali, a huge, I don't know what it's called, but the festival, a ceremony is happening. It's called Galungan. I think that's how you say it. And so everywhere people are preparing for this. There's a lot of these kind of sticks like this, these little bamboo sticks that they almost all seem to be kind of decorating. Hold on, here's one hanging up here. I think this is how they look when they're officially done. So I think that's how they look when they're officially done. And from what I remember, and actually is pretty crazy, and from what I remember, what they do with Galungan, basically Galungan is when I believe the spirits come back of the people who have passed on, who are dead. They come back and they spend the week here. So don't quote me all on this, it's best to look it up. But from what I remember was the spirits come back for a week, and then Galungan, I think it's called, is a week later, and that's when the spirits go. So they have a lot of ceremonies, a lot of things going on, and yeah, it's I'm not sure what the word is. It's a very, I look at it as something I never grew up on. Like people didn't really talk about the dead too much. I actually really respect it. I wish more places did something like that. And at the same time, here's one right here. So everywhere I've been going, they've been kind of just working outside, working on these things. And they also have like stuff full of food, so many things for the ceremony. It's a huge event. I even believe on Wednesday that all of the stores and everything will be closed on that day as well. And then one more note, which is even more crazy, is I asked how often that Galungan happens, because I was here the last time it happens. And I think someone told me that Galungan happens every 264 days or something like that, which made me think that, whoa, I've been here in Bali for at least 264 days. I believe it's 264 days. But on that note, that's what's happening here. And look, you can see up here even as well. This whole street, actually, you'll see on this whole street, the stuff hanging down from these things that they're putting together right here. Now, of course, if everything was normal, I'd walk up and just talk to everyone and figure out what it is that these actually are. Here they go, more. So it's almost made from like bamboo, and then from there it's just really decorated like all kinds of ways. And this is like one that's officially done up here. These are done. So I know so many of you guys might be watching like, Luke, how do you not know? You should figure out. You know, I am really open and I love different cultures and stuff. And for me, it's so fascinating watching what they're doing. And, you know, the ceremony, I believe, takes place on Wednesday. But like I say, this whole entire past week, I've just seen everyone working on these, like nonstop, all day. And if you guys don't know about Bali right now, even though it is the winter season, it is super hot, but they are out and working on these things hardcore. But on that note, today's gonna be a kind of busy day, I think. Gonna be leaving Ubud possibly to handle some things. But before then, stopping at one of my favorite places in Ubud. When you guys come here, they've redone their menu. It's an amazing place. And I thought I'd bring you guys along. I've showed you guys before, but never hurts to show you again. built like in the middle of jungle. You can tell all of this was jungle, and they just built a road through it. So this is like one of my favorite places, and one place that I'd highly recommend. The food is okay. Everything here is vegetarian, vegan, I believe. But the coolest thing about this place, and the one thing you have to get if you come here. Hello, selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. How are you?
Baik, apa kabar?
Baik juga.
You can see how cool this place is. Trees and everything in here. Well, selamat pagi. Just the cacao ceremony.
Small or big?
Big.
Big.
55 with all toppings.
Big 55 or no big?
Yes, yes, like I see. Yeah, so kind of when I come here, I kind of know exactly what to get. When you come to Zest, you have to get the cacao ceremony. So it's like cacao, which is what I believe chocolate is made out of. That's like actual bean that's crushed up. Don't quote me on this stuff. Honestly, it's just amazing. Come here, get the 55% cacao. I tried the 90, it's okay. 55 is much better. Get the 55% cacao and get all of the toppings on it, and thank me later. It is the best thing I think I've ever had. All serious note, but now get journaling done, wait for the cacao ceremony, and then can start the day. And look what has arrived. Cacao ceremony, 55%, all the toppings from Zest. I promise you, you would not regret it. And that's a LifeCharms, LukeLifeCharms guarantee. But now to finish this, finish journaling, enjoy the view a little bit, and then as I said, today starts, and today could be a very hectic day, or it could be a crazy hectic day. But right now, super chill. Okay, so a little bit of a change of scenery. Right now, we are actually, this is probably like an hour and a half later, we are in the Changu area. Came to, wait, relax when you hear me say this. We came to look at villas. We kind of saw a really cool one that we really like. And today was is an expander day, and I've realized, and I've kind of done it subconsciously, but expanders is something that all of you guys should be doing. You should be looking at expanders, having expanders around you, and following expanders. But we're gonna get some coffee, and when I have the coffee, I have a little bit more energy, and I'll explain exactly what I mean about expanders. just coming back through here, going through the shortcut, which I probably went through every single day living here, except that one day I told you I didn't. It's like more things change, more things stay the same. But the rice is growing. Crazy living here. I'm not even joking. And anyone who lives in Bali, you know this, especially living in Changu. You see the same faces, I swear, almost every day. I recognize the same people. I don't know them, but I see them, I feel like, every time going over the shortcut. We all do the same thing. Of course, the one place you guys know I'm representing. I've had 2 bikes, VGS on both of the bikes. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Best coffee in Bali. And remember, if you guys come here, get the Americano with almond milk. You won't regret it. Good. So we got the coffee, and I can't carry this and carry the camera and drive, so we'll spin to found a place in the shade, but it is a little windy, kind of enjoying right now. But as I said about expanders, I guess maybe this isn't the best place to talk about it because of this, but an expander is something important. Expander is someone, if I had to give a quick summary, it's something that you look up to, something that expands you out of the bubble that you're in. If you just stay in the bubble that you're in, if you guys know, podcast episode talking all about that, you don't really see what's really possible. If you just stay around people who make X amount of dollars, for example, then you kind of just believe that that's the limit. Or if you stay around people who have only made it this far, then you think that's the limit. And an expander is someone who goes above and beyond what is, they're doing things that are maybe out of your comfort zone. You're looking up to them as like, how are they able to do that? How can they speak in front of all those people? How can they travel like that? How can, everyone has them. I think it's important that you, if you don't have them, that you look up to people who are expanders for you and do things that are expansive for you. You know, maybe go to, as you guys, some of you guys know, been here a while, an expander place for me in Paris, if you guys can remember, was going to that place and having $20 coffee in this place that was $1,800 a night for a room. But that was an expanding moment for me. It's something that I wasn't used to, but because I was there, it made me expand who I was and realize like, this is the level that I need to be on. And it's just being around them, being around people who have that energy, reminds you of what is actually possible for you. So today was looking at villas. That's an expander villa, something bigger than what we were looking at and what we have now, but expanding our minds so we don't just stay caught up in this bubble that we're in, the place and the level we are in our life. That kind of sums up expander. And maybe Dana has something to say on it. She doesn't know I'm about to record it. Anything you want to?
Well, the first thing that came to mind was I credit this concept to Lacey Phillips. She's the first person that I ever heard talk about it, and I believe the original person who coined the term expander, as far as I can find. So if you guys don't follow her, To Be Magnetic is her brand.
Yeah, and there's a thing called the Pathway. I don't know if I've talked about it here in the podcast, but it's like a mastermind almost. Definitely worth it. One of the best masterminds I've ever been in, and highly recommend. I'll try to link it below if I can remember.
Yeah.
And on expanders?
Yeah, so, and this concept changed everything for me because I had kind of discovered it intuitively through an experience that I actually recently shared on Juicy Business Radio.
Juicy Business Radio. Is our episode out yet? We made an episode on this.
No, I think it's on Wednesday. It drops on Wednesday.
What's the name of it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
check it out on
juicy.
Wednesday. Yeah, something juicy, yeah, okay. And an expander?
Yeah, so I had actually discovered this concept through dating. And I told this story on the podcast recently where I was on Tinder like an energetic match for me. I wasn't interested like after our first date. However, I ended up going off of Tinder and like really doing some recalibration afterwards, because he made me realize how small I was playing when it came to what was available in the dating scene. And obviously I expanded into epic greatness, which is why Luke is around now. However, before that, I was really limited in my dating experience, and I was looking at what was available for me from the perception of my past experience versus the infinite possibilities of what's actually out there. When I discovered Lacey and she talked about expanders as the second part of a 3-step process to the energetics of manifestation, it made so much sense to me because I had seen it energetically already play out in my life. And you've probably experienced this too, where you are thinking, I want something, and then all of a sudden you take an inspired action or you do something that's based on your intuition, and your whole world opens up to a new realm of possibilities that are available to you simply because you took that one action. You met the right person, you had the right opportunity, the right door opened up for you, you saw the beautiful home that like opened up your mind to what was available. You went to a friend's party and you saw their home, and all of a sudden you were like, oh, I could live in a place like this. This is called expanding, right? This is expanding your belief system about what is available to you. And
so an expander for you is?
An expander right now?
What is an expander? Like, so when we're saying about search for an expander, what is an expander? Like for the people, like what do you say is an expander?
I feel like I kind of just described it. Okay. An expander is someone who opens up your perception of what's available to you. Mm-hmm. So if you think you want something, but getting that thing doesn't actually give you fulfillment, and you keep settling, like you end up in a lot of mediocre relationships, or you end up in apartments where there's always something wrong with the place, or you end up in these jobs where they're not like everything that you want, there's just something missing, then you're not expanded enough. You need to open up your perception to what's available to you. So an expander would be a person, an opportunity, a place, something that shows you what is available to you and opens up your perception to that.
Yeah, and that's what an expander is, even for me as well. That's how I look at it as well. That role model that you had. But one thing is we have a role model, but as we grow, we kind of like other things as well. So it's a good idea if you like surfing and you like working out and you like something else, it's good to have expanders in those areas, those different areas, because you see what's possible. You think that only I can do this, and then having that expander reminds you of the infinite possibilities of what is capable, what you're capable of, something that you didn't even know. And that's why it's important to have it, because they show you something that you didn't even know. They make you ask a question, or they give you an answer to a question that you didn't know to ask. So very important to have expanders. And today was an expander day for us by looking at villas that will expand us and make us expand to meet the energetic match of what we saw today.
And to what our true desire is.
Exactly. So
I think that's an important thing on expanders, is like you are being shown what's available so you can actually align with your true desires, because most of the time what happens is you're always manifesting regardless. Like you might not realize it, but you're always manifesting. But you might be manifesting things that you don't actually want. Like I said, mediocre relationships, apartments that you don't love, jobs that you don't love. And so what expansion does is it allows you to realize what your true desires are so that you can believe they're available to you. Most people are settling in their manifestations. I'm sure you've experienced that, where you thought you were good at manifesting something. Like I used to think that I was great at manifesting like relationships and dates, and what I realized is I was really good at settling for people who were pretty mediocre. So I wasn't actually great at manifesting, I was great at settling for less than what I actually wanted.
Yeah. And then we also sometimes get caught on happiness as well. We think we're happy, but we're actually just satisfied. We can be happier. We know that. And what did we say the other day about happiness? Like, I forgot what it was exactly, but a lot of times we think we're happy and we convince ourselves we're happy even though we've outgrown what we're in right now. So the easiest way to say it, and the easiest way that I can explain it to you guys, is make sure that if you can't be around that person in a physical sense, people who make you push you out of your comfort zone, then to follow people on social media. Look through your social media. Is the majority of the people that you're following, are they helping you expand and be like, I want to do that, or they're inspiring me to do more? Or is it people who are kind of just doing the same that you're doing right now and making you feel comfortable with what you're doing when you know deep down that you can do so much more? And if you don't know you can do more, follow people who show you by their example that there's so much more that you can do. And that would be a good little thought for right now. But now back to, I have no idea what's going on the rest of the day. I think we're, spin. Long swim, back in the creation station, back talking to you guys. Feels great. Anytime I'm not making videos and it goes on for about 3 or 4 days, I start to get this itch like something's missing. I was like, I haven't spoke to you yet. So it felt great to bring you guys along today. Didn't do a whole lot, kind of chill. I thought it was going to be a little bit more hectic than it was, but it just kind of seemed a little bit effortless and just very relaxing. I hope you guys understood, though, more importantly above everything, about expanders. Having people who you look at and you're just like, that's what I want to do. And maybe you have in your mind, like, I don't know if I can do that. And take it for any of you guys who use me as an expander who want to travel. You can. You don't have to have millions of dollars saved up. You don't have to do all this stuff. And it's possible by you just being you, who you are, doing the things that you like, that you love. There's a way to make money. There's a way to travel the world. There's a way to have connections. And that's one of the most important things that I've learned, having my own expanders who I looked up to. The people who you look at and you're like, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I hope that I'm that for you, for some of you at least. And, you know, on that note, from here in the creation station, where it's super quiet, and actually I've just noticed in the creation station, we have coconuts. So we're actually going to take those down, probably have some later. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, joining me on the day. Really means a lot to have you guys here. You guys who are donating to support the channel, thank you so much for keeping me going, keeping where I'm staying, and allowing me to do all the things and to bring back and share with you guys and to share to everyone. You know, even if you guys don't participate, you guys who do, everyone benefits from you. So I want to thank you guys so much, or thank you so much for that. And I guess kind of on that note, from here in the creation station, I want to bid you guys good morning, good evening. Ooh, been in the pool a long time. And if you don't know, in the creation station, our pool here is saltwater pool. So it doesn't burn the eyes, but having the salt in your eyes for a long time kind of does red them out. But on that note, from here in the creation station, hope you guys are great, have had a great day. I'll speak to you guys later. And everyone, always remember to work hard, be brave, and don't forget to smile. Ciao.